No, 87.
Oh, geez.
1249 East 87th Street, right off Kimball, down the street from the rink.
That's what's up. Well, the time has come to, I really didn't want to talk about this, but we are going to talk about this. The Bill Cosby allegations. I know everybody's so excited about that. Let me bring our caller onto the phone. All-Purpose Radio, who's this?
Yo.
Hello?
All-Purpose Radio, who's this?
This is Nicole.
Hey, Nicole, another Cavalier. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm great. So listen, let me just remind everybody, 312-754-4333. If you want to wish Jeff the Ellis a happy birthday, or if you want to discuss Bill Cosby, give us a call. Still in the building is Mr. Anthony Williams, and also present is AWDAZCATE.
What up?
Owner and founder of the Waffle Gang and the Waffle Fest. All right, so the latest Bill Cosby allegations are coming from supermodel Beverly Johnson. Now, we have discussed this over the last few weeks, but I basically discussed it without any feeling, without any heart, I don't want to say without caring is not the word I necessarily want to use. But somebody did post the Beverly Johnson article and the story that she gave, and it did spark my interest. Now, if you're from Beverly Johnson is huge in the African American community, and my aunt, who's in her 60s, I said, hey, did you see the Beverly Johnson allegations about Bill Cosby? She said, it's true. I said, it's kind of one of those things like if Obama said it, then, oh, God, well, I don't know if I should use Obama right now, but we used to could use Bill Cosby for so much for that. But the latest story is that Beverly Johnson, she didn't say he didn't rape her. He attempted to, she claims. But she said he did drug her. She said she did do drugs in the 70s and the 80s like everybody else. And she knew she had been drugged. Now, if you've ever had any kind of drug, you know when a drug has affected you differently. I'll tell my testimony. One of my buddies in high school, we stole a joint from her sister, who was about 4 or 5 years older than us. And let me tell you, this joint was no ordinary joint. We smoked that joint, and we was like, OMG. There is something in that, I promise you. And I drove myself home. This is in the hundreds. She lived on 103rd, and I don't know, over there by Halstead. I drove to 119th and Loomis. I promise you, when I got in the house, I slept till like 5 o'clock the next day. I called her. I said, gee, there was something in that joint. She said there was something in that joint. And her sister would not tell us what was in it. All she said was, that's what y'all get for stealing my weed. So all I'm trying to say is Beverly Johnson did accuse him of drugging her. And she said about a second sip of this cappuccino that he had gave her. Well, if you notice a lot of stories, it's like a growing theme that allegedly, we all know it's alleged, that he'll say, hey, come over, I want you to audition for a part. And the woman comes over, and then he's like, okay, you're going to act like you're drunk, and you're going to eat some pudding. And, okay, I'm sorry. You're going to act like you're drunk. It's not a laughing matter. I know, Nicole, you told me don't take up your whole time. I already know. But anyway, it's the theme, the going theme of the story seems to be the same, that he says, hey, I'll help you with your career. Come over to my house. We'll practice for an audition. Act like you're drunk. He gives them something to drink, and but Beverly Johnson said luckily she was still able to keep some consciousness. And once she showed him that, hey, you drugged me, then he basically drugged her out the door and threw her in the cab. So, Nicole, this is my question, because people have so many thoughts about the Bill Cosby allegations. I want to know, what are your thoughts on it, and what's the biggest irritation you have about the whole story?
Well, my biggest irritation is everybody coming out, one after the other, saying the same, almost like they studied a script. It all sounds exactly the same. The same way how he lured them, the same way from the beginning to the end.
Right.
Now, I would think, Beverly, if you've gone to other auditions, for all of them, you've gone to other auditions. Those auditions don't take place at someone's home. You don't have your agent. It's a casting type thing. So to me, if you all are aware of this, common sense, and I'm not saying that, common sense would tell me, well, wait, let me talk to my agent. Let me go through the procedure with whether it's Bill Cosby, whether it's Hugh Hefner, because they like BFF. So I would think that professionally they would know the proper procedures on how to go about getting a position or the roles that they claim that they were auditioning for.